go. 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone! CrystalFissure here with Nintendogen64 on a very, very first take for the ISGP roundup. Not weekly, round up.
We're doing
That's it, round one.
The round one roundup, guys. It's been almost 8 weeks. We've had 144 races, and it's all come down to this. The end of the round. We finished with the Tooney trilogy.
Yep.
That was the final 3 races that we had to go up. They all went up only a few hours ago.
And I feel like we could probably talk about this whole round one for potentially hours.
Oh,
there is so much.
We could go for a very long time. We've got my large flat white today.
I've got a medium side. That's going to be done very, very quickly. You know how quickly I drink stuff. But we've got all this stuff queued up for you guys. Hopefully it works without a hitch.
We have 27 viewers as well, which is quite good.
Gee, what?
27 viewers.
Okay,
Nice.
Okay. Well, for a first attempt, that's not bad, right?
Anyway, they're very happy with that Keyford reference as well, which is quite good. But
hello to you.
We are basically what we're going to do today is just to set an agenda for everyone. We are going to go through and talk about the round in a broad sense, and then we're going to go into each individual group and look at the standings, and we're going to talk, wins and losses, and we're going to look at key outcomes. That if they went the other way, what would have happened? Because there are quite a few of those, CrystalFissure.
There are many.
And then we're going to preview the round 2 competitors.
So basically, if you can withstand us talking for an hour or so, you are going to get one hell of a surprise. The round 2 has been created, and as Amelia, who's in the chat, I'm sure can confirm, we did a random draw with obviously you have to make one from each group, each position. And it's honestly, how good is it?
Oh, the round 2 groups are good. I can't wait for you all to see the round 2 groups, which you'll see at the tail end of this stream, because obviously we're still talking about round 1.
Yep.
Why don't you get the fact sheet, CrystalFissure?
All right, let's get the fact sheet going.
So we've got some things here. You may have seen this if you're in the Discord server, the ISGP Discord server. You may have already seen this. I linked this yesterday. But we have some facts here that we would like to share with you all about round 1. And I'm just going to read them off the screen here because I haven't committed them all to memory. But round 1 started on the 11th of April and went to the 6th of June, which is today. We had, that was 56 days, which means we did 144 races in 56 days.
Yeah, that's insane. I think that is record pace.
That is record. That includes, by the way, those first couple days before any races were done. So if you wanted to condense it down into days that were actually the races actually happened.
53 or something, right?
It would have been 52, 53 days. Yeah. So we've got approximately, almost 3 races per day, which is...
That's right. That was our output. We wanted to basically put 3 races per day and, try and have it sort of, with trying to get every group equally represented. Of course, some groups are more active than others at certain points, but that's okay. And I think the other thing as well, and I've talked to Mr. Famous YouTuber Unlisted Leaf about this, who's been watching, might even be here now, who's been watching some matches. You don't have to watch every single one.
No,
there is no obligation to watch every single speedrun. You might be a fan of a particular group or particular people. So having the 3 uploads a day really gives you that choice. And to the fact that we're able to do it consistently is honestly, it's not a testament to us, it is a testament to literally every single person.
That's right. Now let's special shout out to the first runner to finish all their races, Lucas Bolton, and you can see the dates are put in those brackets there, the 16th of the 4th to the 15th of the 11th of the 5th.
Yeah, it's less than a month.
That's less than a month to do 8 races. Yeah, and those are when they were uploaded too.
Fantastic job by Lucas Bolton. Yeah, to be honest, we probably could have had them up earlier than that. I think he did them. I feel like he did every race in 3 weeks or something like that. Ridiculous amount. But congratulations to Lucas. Would love to have him back next time. He does not make it to the next round, of course.
Unfortunately, Lucas Bolton did not make it through.
Now, the first group to finish all races was Group A. Now, I personally contest this shit. Okay. There was some stuff that went down in Group C. Not too serious, but we thought it was going to be the end of Astra. Their computer went to shit, basically. We thought, that's it, they're done. However, they came back at the last minute, but Group A was able to edge out you versus GameSendy at the very end and take that spot of first to finish all races.
That's right. And now that is also with an asterisk, because as we know, Christian King Europe 1 decided not to finish his last 2 races.
That's right.
So we did a Solution X, which is what we call, we created a idea called Solution X, which is where if you say I want to race this person, but this person is non-responsive. We give the person who wants to race the person a goal. They do it. We don't tell the other person the goal. When they come online and they're ready to race, we tell them the same goal, and then they race, and we sync the videos together. Now we did that for Yogamunyo versus King Europe 1 and Amelia Kukul.
Yeah, and put it in one video just to make it kind of fun to have them race against each other.
That's right, just so you know.
And it was a legendary, which may become one of our iconic ISGP races, a race to eat random. So yeah, a fantastic race.
Yeah, so I'm just reading your comments here in the thing. So Azra says that she's had too much potato salad.
They've had too much potato salad. They certainly have.
Which is quite
I don't know. I can't confirm actually.
And someone says Alice Clark is an Azra fan. That's very important for you all to know.
Good to know.
Okay. Speaking of Alice Clark, she had the longest race of the tournament against Lucas Bolton.
Bolton, love it.
Now you remember this race, don't you?
This was legendary because I came in like I think 10 minutes in. The first hilarious thing about that race, actually, just this is complete random. But when I actually went back to watch it, Lucas had gone around and just collected a bunch of gems. She had like 300 extra gems, some extra eggs. He's just fucking around because the thing is, he didn't know about save states at that point. So he legitimately just got impatient, right? Starts running around, whatever. And Alice is just struggling so hard at Lost Fleet, particularly that bit with the submarine type thing.
I shit you not, about half of this race was them in Lost Fleet. Like it felt like it.
I think more. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And we started to get worried, and we started to look at the time, like, okay, what's going on? Oh my god, like they're gonna go over time.
Yeah.
When she finally added it up, it was like 59:09. That is a mere 51 seconds away from being a void, and that would have just been a draw. That's it.
I know.
A draw clause.
Well, it's funny actually because when I was putting together these facts, I was like, oh, surely the longest match was Alice Clark versus CrystalFissure because that had a 55-minute time limit. Surely no race was longer than that one. And then I went back further. I'm like, oh crap, there's Alice Clark Lucas Bolton race. Now actually the longest race would have been MrGamesendy versus no, it would have been Spyro versus. Oh, who did he race in the one where he was trying to get the skill point?
Oh yeah, that one for like an hour and a half.
Well, he never got the skill point.
Right.
But we count races ending when someone has been declared a winner. That's the end of the race. So what I had to do was go into the video, get the time codes, and figure it out. Now the shortest race, and I want to talk about this because we did set a 10-minute minimum time limit in the ISGP round 1. But the shortest race goes to Acorn versus Gladiator, which was a race to talk to all NPCs in Idle Springs and Fracture Hills.
Yep.
Now, the thing I like about these short races, they're very intense, these short races.
They are.
They're very intense, and you watch these races and you're like, holy shit, that's 10 minutes and there's not much time to between competitors. Because you only have very specific.
And imagine if that's going to eliminate someone, that your whole ISGP history comes down to 10 minutes.
That's right.
You don't get your big run, you don't get your big strats, and you've got to do it. It's crazy.
That's right.
But back in the day, some runs barely went for 5 minutes before ISGP time.
The shortest run in the history of the speedrunning multiverse is a race for the first IAS, which is I'm a speedrunner, get me to the end of there, which happened in 2009. And it was a race between Crash Pro 3 and a guy, this really dates it, his name was XXX Masterize XXX, and it was a race to defeat Toasty that went for just over 2.5 minutes.
So ISGP competitors and fans, imagine us uploading a run to the channel. It is literally just a race to was it get to Toasty?
To defeat Toasty.
Defeat Toasty, that's it.
Oh yeah, and Mew fan 152 would like us to point out, and this is something I was going to mention.
Of course.
That the actual technical shortest race should go to Liam versus Charm Sky, because that went for 9 minutes 59 seconds.
That's right.
Obviously it's a void race, and I can't award awards to void races.
That was another a classic one where people essentially were punished for not sort of sticking to those parameters. Obviously, it wasn't their fault, but you know, hey, Liam's fast.
Liam, you know, is a round 2 competitor. He's got to go fast.
Yeah,
but he's got to go fast. Now, the other thing that you probably see above our heads there is we've got some like stats about the Spyro games themselves. So. I actually went through and I crunched the numbers, and I found out that that's the frequency at which the games were played. Now, I was actually shocked to see how many Spyro 2 games were played. Races were played.
Were you shocked?
I was shocked, but then I thought about it for a second, and I realized that it's actually not that surprising.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. That's what I was thinking.
You know why? Because Spyro 2 has basically 2 ways of playing it. You've got the vanilla sort of non-chitch way of playing it, where you go through and you don't do any game-breaking skips. Or you've got the fun, the skips, the double jump, and all that way. It's almost like 2 games in one, you know?
I would even make the argument that this is the third. Thanks to one of the new Tox created save states as well. We also have a variation of the game where you start from the final world with nothing, right? So with Winter Tundra. So you can literally do like more bingo style things with, you know, starting from later in the game.
Yeah.
So really, yes, there is the all levels cheat in Spyro 1, but with Spyro 2, I reckon it has the most match types. As a brief aside as well, as a teaser as well, we are working on some proper codes with Spyro 3 that will allow us to do Spyro 3 bingo from any world where everything is unlocked. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully maybe we can see a round 2 match with a Spyro 3 run that can, maybe a Spyro 3 bingo where it's like everywhere rather than starting from the start.
And the other thing too is, the 47 Spyro 1 races. That number is pretty high to me.
I think
as well.
47 of them were actually done by Laura, I think.
All 47 of them?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, probably by now anyway.
Yeah.
I know I did a few Spyro 1 races, and we've got, later on when we talk about like the round 2 competitors, we're going to be able to look at what games they did and sort of name and shame them. We're going to call some people out for playing too much of the same game.
Looking at you, Agor.
Oh, and Laura says she was in 7 of those 47, and she won. She won 1 of them.
Well,
which is
then. Well, that's a whole discussion about people improving and stuff. Which
we've got a whole lot of that. Where do you want to go now? Let's go back to the Angus camera for a second. Let's go back to the Angus cam. Angus cam.
Wow, full stream.
So I guess the point of that fact is, and this is something that we keep talking about, but ISGP2 is for everyone. Yeah. It's been a massive project. That's how I view this. I view this as a collective community project to see if you can do 144 races. Yep. Now, last ISGP, the first ISGP, we had 3 groups of 10.
Yep.
We had something like 135 races to do.
That's right.
Which is 9 less than this tournament.
That's right.
And we had more time in that tournament. We went longer than 8 weeks.
Yep.
And we didn't finish all the races.
No.
This time we went less than 8 weeks, and we finished every single race. I can't, and that makes me eternally grateful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I could not, actually about halfway through, I was going to say I can't believe that. About halfway through, seeing the way that people organize races without us, right? Yes, we are the hosts, yes, there are moderators as well, but people got stuff done on their own volition, and that is honestly hugely important because time zones are a thing.
Time zones are a huge factor,
and people have got to be able to do races without us, and people really did a fantastic job.
Everyone came together. I know. We are living in unprecedented times right now, and we have obviously a lot of people are indoors and spending a lot of time indoors. But and think about this. Think about the amount of first timers we had in this tournament as well.
Yeah, that's right. Or people coming from Spyro Speedruns Cup, but they only did 1 or 2 races.
Exactly. So I mean, realistically, we pushing this concept on a bunch of people who'd never done it before, and we really, the results speak for themselves.
Absolutely.
Speaking of results, shall we break down the groups, CrystalFissure?
Let's do it.
We're going to break down the groups. Let's talk about the groups. We're going to go to Group A, and we're going to look at what the hell happened in Group A. So,
absolutely.
If you can cue up the graphics for me there, CrystalFissure, I would be grateful.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. It worked.
Oh, happy days.
There we go. Group A.
Oh.
Graphics created by Nintendogen64. Well done. Wow, it looks like an EPL ladder. You Brits out there, you know what the EPL looks like. This is exactly it. 100% accuracy.
I don't know why it says team above my name there, but
Oh yeah, Team Nintendogen64.
Aren't we all Team Nintendogen64?
Well, no, but you know.
So anyway, let's look at this. Let's look at this. So we got we'll work our way up because we're going to be talking about the top 4 of the groups in a little bit.
That's right.
But let's talk about the bottom 4. Go on,
Okay.
Bottom 5. Sorry.
All right. Bottom 5. So obviously we have Yogamonyo, Keyford, Amelia, Kukul, King Europe 1, and Agork. And you know what? People call this group easy.
Mm-hmm.
Group easy. But you know what? By the end of it, I don't necessarily agree. Yes, I think that there are some people that you know have had some unfortunate runs, or maybe not the fastest. Yes, you were the overwhelming, I think, best in the group. But I honestly think, you know, for example, people like Amelia, who had a win over Marcus Terry-Bedford, a fantastic effort by there.
Yep.
And some other close calls as well. We had Keyford get a few clutch victories. Yogamonyo basically pulling an IES8. That's a reference to him being extremely good in our Gex tournament, but being eliminated very early. But he actually is quite good.
Yep.
Yogamonyo is quite good. He just doesn't. He sometimes just doesn't. I don't know. He just sort of waffles around.
Well, Yogamonyo is an interesting case because he finishes 5th in the group, so he obviously doesn't go through.
But on the same points as Medi.
Yes, but he is on the same amount of points. So if he got an extra win, or if he beat MediExcalibur 2012, he would have gone through. Keyford is another fascinating case.
And I know that this is tragic. I know that the ISGP fans out there are devastated.
Everyone's very upset about this. So Keyford was going to go through. He was almost a complete certainty to go through. But what happened? He drew with Marcus Terry-Bedford, right? If he had won that race, CrystalFissure, he would have gone through because he would have tied with. Well, actually, no. If he won that race, he would have actually tied on points with Yogamonyo and MediExcalibur. Right, so we would have had to do a triple threat because Yogamonyo beat him.
And that's not the only what if triple threat.
But in saying that, so Keyford won, I think, 4 of his first 5 races.
Yeah.
His 6th race against Marcus Terry-Bedford, he drew.
That's right.
And his 7th and 8th races, he lost.
Yeah.
He lost.
Tragedy.
He was the only person to lose to Agork. And Agork finished bottom of the group.
By the way, Angus was doing some great facial comedy there with me, but I don't think you realise that we actually can't see.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. That was great. I wish we had the video for that. And also as well, very important, Daniel Davidson says, can confirm, looks like EPL. So well done, Angus.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, that's very much so. You know, Keyford tragically misses out, 6th place. But you know what? Again, he's another guy that's going to be back. And again, this brings up a theme that we will talk about a bit later in full, but Keyford is someone that improved as well. Even though, he won some of the early matches, he did actually get better as he went on. He got a bit unlucky, didn't he?
He did. And
not practicing enough as well. Like the Agork run was proof of that, just not getting the rooting down.
He came a long way because I think everyone sort of viewed Keyford as a non-entity in this tournament.
Keyford is the fabled entertainer rather than speedrunner, right?
Yeah, well that's right. And he lost to Vindictive in the last tournament.
He's on another level.
And everyone thought, well, Keyford is kind of shit. But I mean, honestly, I expect Keyford to do very well in the future.
Because the thing is, when you, and I can say this personally, when you are left out, when you miss out, it's devastating, and you want to come back better the next time.
It lights a fire on you.
It does.
The other thing too is, my group had Marcus Terry-Bedford, who we'd never seen speedrun before, and he came in and he was an immediate threat in that group.
That's right.
I'm going to pull the graphics up again, just so you can see them. And as you see that, Marcus Terry-Bedford won his first 5 races, and then he had a unfortunate loss against Amelia. Then he had a draw against Keyford, and then he lost to me. Now, if Marcus Terry-Bedford had have beaten Keyford, or had beaten Amelia, or had beaten me, he could have gone from being 3rd to 1st.
Yeah.
Because he beat GameSendy.
That's right.
GameSendy only finishes 2nd by virtue of the fact that he's 1 point ahead of Marcus Terry-Bedford.
That's right.
Marcus Terry-Bedford.
That's just proving that draws are not really, you don't really want to draw.
No.
Especially because the gap between 8 points, and 11 is 3. So it wouldn't have mattered. Like if he lost, even if he lost, he'd still be 3rd.
So in this scenario, because there's a lot of talk about how draws, there was a lot of talk about how draws could benefit people, how people could be benefited from draws, and it looks to me like that actually didn't happen for either of the 2 draws we had. They didn't end up benefiting anyone.
No, not at all.
But yeah, Group A, I don't think was as easy as it ended up being, and especially the top of the group is very hotly contested.
I agree.
Because
totally agree.
apart from like 3 people, apart from Amelia, King Europe 1, and a Gork, because they kind of were factored out of it because they got a lot of losses early. Apart from them, everyone else was in contention.
That's right.
Now Amelia, let's talk about Amelia as well, because she improved out of sight from my race against her, where I defeated her quite easily, to her races against MTB and a Gork.
Yeah.
And then, her win over Christian, which I believe if she raced King Europe 1...
Oh, that would have been a destruction.
She would have beaten King Europe 1 anyway.
Absolutely. And, I mean... Hey, she beat Yoga in that race as well.
That's right.
Again, with no prep. Obviously, it didn't count like that. But so yeah, no, Amelia very well could have potentially ended up on 4th. And the other quick thing about Kiefer as well, to put down Kiefer a little bit in comparison to where people say he was robbed. In that match, you get the Wizard Peak race where they had to 100% that with Amelia. Amelia, if she practiced for even, I think, 20 minutes and figured out where some things were, that match would have changed and Kiefer would have been out way earlier.
Yeah,
Full credit to Amelia Kukel there.
So that's Group A. Let's talk about Group B now.
We'll go to individually. Yeah.
We'll talk about Group B.
All right, here we go. Oop. There we
go.
Group B.
Group B. Group Green. Okay, so we've got Daniel Davidson on 13 points. Gladiator second on 12. Toto on 10 points, coming in 3rd. Tooney on 10 points, 4th. Vituz on 9 points, sitting at 5th. Colapro.
A tragic end.
Yes, a tragic. Colapro, Acorn also both on 8 points. They're 6th and 7th respectively. Brandon Black on 2 points and SpyroGem on no points.
So I've got a lot to say about Group B. Not necessarily in the way that you guys think I'm going to talk about it, but more to me. Group B is a heartbreaking group because of its tumultuous history with the replacements, the fake Dingo Crash.
Quick shout out to the competitors that never were. We had Dingo Crash, we had Cameo de Manio, and also Mau Club 2, who was in this group and he dropped out early in the tournament.
And by the way, we thank anyone that drops out early enough to where they recognize that maybe they can't be in this tournament. If you leave early, it honestly is kind of a relief for us as well. It means we can replace you easier and there's like no bitterness or anything like that. Whereas, not to obviously we bring back old memories, but if you sort of drop once you've done most of your matches, unfortunately, it makes it very hard because we have to decide then, we're going to make them walkovers, like what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So thanks, Max.
We were thinking walkovers, but no one ended up being a walkover.
That's right.
Now, we're going to talk about the top 4 of this group shortly, but honestly, when I was looking at this group, let me tell you something. Acorn, right?
Ridiculously.
If Acorn had beaten Colapro, he would have finished 3rd place in the group.
It's insane. So he jumps from 7th to 3rd.
Now, Acorn, of course, defeated some notorious people. He defeated Tooney.
That's right.
And he defeated Vituz. He defeated Toto, I believe, as well.
No, he didn't beat Vituz.
Oh, he didn't beat Vituz.
No. That was the other thing too. So basically, what happened here was the Acorn. He's an essential worker, firstly.
Yeah.
And so he was a very busy guy. He had some problems with his controller, and so for like his first 4 races, something like that, he was using a freaking keyboard. Now we'll talk about the keyboard stuff as well later, because he wasn't the only one. Anyway, he's using a keyboard, lost the first 4. Then he wins the next 4.
He won,
yes. 2, quite good people, 2 people in the top 4.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, like that, it just wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
If he was able to beat Colapro, that would be it.
Yep.
The other thing is that yes, Colapro ends up ahead of him because of the head-to-head, but Colapro was able to beat, SpyroGem, Brandon Black, Acorn himself, and what was his other win? Was it Vituz?
I believe it was Vituz.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Acorn beat people higher on the board, but of course in the head-to-head, Colapro stays ahead.
That's right. Now people are having a go at me because I forgot to put in that SpyroGem played 8, lost 8. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
That should be an 8. You should all be able to have the.
That's right. Shout out SpyroGem.
You should all have the insight to be able to tell.
That's right. And as well, before we head back to the general, shout out to Vituz. He's the host slayer He has defeated myself,
Yep.
and he has defeated you.
That's right, he eliminated me
in the
from
Spyro Speedruns
Spyro
Cup.
Speedruns Cup, that's right.
A fantastic competitor, and if you watch his races, he does know a fair few glitches and stuff like that. Tooney, however, got the best of him and eliminates him at the last minute.
That's right.
Tooney becoming the spoiler.
Now, also interestingly, go back to our faces for a second. So we finished the round with the Tooney trilogy. Tooney came in with 4 weeks to go in the tournament.
Yeah.
He came in week 4, and he did all his races.
That's right.
Now I know we spammed Tooney races in the last week. That is true. But he came in and he got through as well. Like he got through.
He did, and that's exactly what I wouldn't use the word feared, but it was like, oh man, like when a replacement comes in and eliminates like an OG, you know?
Yeah.
It happens.
We were so to pull back the veil for a second. There was some discussion between CrystalFissure and myself about Group B. Do we replace Cameo Demanio, who was also a replacement? Do we just make the group an 8-man group and go that way? Like, I don't know. Like, we were talking about this, but then we decided, let's put Tooney in. He says he can do all his races.
That's right.
And look what happened. He finished 4th place in the group.
Yeah, and honestly, tremendous effort from Group B for getting it all done. They end up being the final group to have everything uploaded. But considering the replacements, considering that we replaced one twice, right? Shout out to them. As well, just as a brief update as well with Cameo Demanio, who you may know as part of New Zephyr with Insomniac Anvil. They're back. Yep. They're coming back. So don't worry. Don't have a date yet, but don't worry. Are you excited for that? Are you excited for
I'm very excited.
Tag team speedrunning?
Tag team turmoil is coming back.
I am so excited.
I'm just reading the thing. Yeah,
he's still trying to get the skill point. Spyro Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, Danta is such a meme lord.
In some groups, exactly. So in that's the point I was going to bring up too. Liam brings this point up. In Group A, right? MediExcalibur 2012 goes through with 4 wins and 4 losses. So he's on 8 points. Now in Group B, if you got 4 wins and 4 losses, right, you would be 6th or 7th.
You're out. You're done.
You have no chance of getting through.
That's right.
In Group B, let's just pull that up again, just for the sake of my own memory. In Group B, 10 points was the absolute minimum, right? Mm-hmm. Now Tooney and Toto finished both on 10 points, obviously, but Toto beat Tooney in the head-to-head.
That's right.
Gladiator as well. He had a race against Tooney that was uploaded in the last couple of days. Now Tooney beat Gladiator in that race.
That's right.
Which prevented Gladiator from going first place.
That's right. So the Group B is. It is like such a great group from like a pure competitive nature. The competitive nature of that group is freaking exciting, and so many of them new people or recent people. And I genuinely hope that every single person from Group B comes back. Brandon Black. I was
about to mention Brandon Black, our wrestler friend.
Let's just briefly talk about Brandon Black. Okay. All right, they're not really in the speedrunning thing because that is very unremarkable, except for the fact that he beat Spyro.
Yes, he did.
So Brandon Black is a pro wrestler from Riot City Wrestling, which is where we sort of do some work for them. We
one of 2 pro wrestlers in this tournament.
That's right, one of 2. He's pro wrestler for RCW. He also works for PWSA, which is another local promotion here in Adelaide. And he is just a massive. We were at like a show review for the company a couple months ago, and he just sort of came up to me and we were talking because he's new to the company. And he's talking about Spyro and Crash to me, like basically out of nowhere because he found my channel. I mentioned it before. And I'm like, holy shit. I said to you, I'm like, Brandon Black is the coolest motherfucker. I love this guy.
Yeah.
He's like a pro at Nitro Fueled. He played Spyro and Crash as a kid. He knows what emulators are. And you think like a pro wrestler knowing about that stuff, what the fuck?
I know.
So we thought we'd ask him, okay, hey, do you want to sign up? Do you want to join the tournament? Now, he's another guy that got his races done in relative ease as well, because fun fact, he didn't have his internet for the first 2 weeks.
That's right. I remember that.
So another guy. So yeah, he's a pro wrestler. I'm just going to say as a brief teaser as well. You can confirm this as you film this. We filmed an ISGP talk with Brandon Black.
Yes.
Group B. If you're watching this, stay tuned. He goes in.
Brandon Black.
He is a wrestler.
Brandon Black takes things to a level.
Wrestling is real.
I wish he didn't take things to the level.
I feared for my life.
Even though Brandon Black is our friend, he's a scary man.
You do not want to get in this guy's bad side. So look forward to that. One of the 2 wrestlers
And of course, as Alice Clark aptly points out, Brandon Black is good at Spyro now.
Yes, he is good at Spyro now. And Asdra also says, "What's an emulator?" And well,
yeah, I mean, James Jones, he knows what an emulator is.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Speaking of James Jones, Asdra and Alice Clark, Group C, roll it.
Boom! Nice. Look at that delicious purple.
What a transition! Look at this purple. By the way, these color coded to the gems in Spyro 2 and 3.
Oh. Wow.
Did you get that?
Wow.
Anyway, so look at this group. Look at this group. We got Blowskiol in this
Lucas
group.
Bolton.
AKA Lucas Bolton. I don't know what to call him. Do you call him Blowskiol?
You call him Blowskiol.
I see.
Lucas Bolton.
Now, this is a funny group too, because we for some reason picked... We were talking about, like, once Fraser defeated Alice Clark, we're like, oh, Fraser's great at Spyro now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Fraser also got a win. He got a win over James Jones, but he had an abysmal showing against Asdra in the final weeks of the tournament. And
you know, Asdra did well, and that's the thing.
I know.
And they will improve as well. I genuinely believe that everyone in this group, again, that's the thing. I believe that every single person in this group will get better and have got better.
Yes.
For the next tournament or wherever we may see them next.
Yeah, I agree.
Lucas Bolton improved. You know, even okay. I'm just going to jump straight forward. James Jones versus Liam.
Oh yes.
James Jones. Like in that call, you know, we had people going, "Oh, this is going to be a complete write-off. Oh my God, James Jones!" Like, "Oh God, James Jones." Right? You know, that's how we've noted. That's James Jones, right?
Yep.
He does a fucking spin jump in fucking was it Bamboo Terrace to skip the bridge?
Oh really?
Like he spin jumps. Like that's like, I mean, I wouldn't call it advanced tech, but it's like, are you serious? This guy is actually thrashing Liam. Now Liam, comically bad at Spyro 3.
Yes.
To the point where I genuinely believe, at a point for 5 minutes, kick him out, that's it, ban him for life. That display, ICP.
And then Liam's
you bastard. Look at this guy in the chat.
I will never
improve at Spyro 3. Honestly, just, Liam, I know you can't see me right now, but my disappointment is immeasurable. But the thing is, yeah, honestly, James Jones, fantastic job at that. But unfortunately, with some of these bottom 5 runners, they can't put it all together.
That's right.
Fromond, of course, can't beat Asdra, but can beat Alice.
Yes.
Thanks to our coaching, which is obviously a hotly contested topic at the moment. We obviously really helped Fraser get good at Spyro 1.
Yep.
You know, we made him practice like all 3 worlds.
But Fraser beating Alice again, and everyone loves it when I say this.
Yeah.
It teaches you one thing: don't underestimate anyone.
That's right. You can't. You absolutely
can't.
can't.
And you made the fatal flaw of underestimating Alice Clark yourself.
I did. That's the thing. Honestly, like with Alice, like I did not know that she was that good at Spyro 3, basically 100 egg. And you know what? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Is that her fault? Absolutely not. It is my fault.
Yes, you underestimated.
You need to be prepared. And Newen Tox, who is in our server in the first ISGP, whose presence is very much welcomed. Newen basically says that you can't really police.
Yeah.
Practicing. You know, you can't tell someone, well, only practice to a point.
Yeah.
If people want to practice, people want to get good at the game.
Yeah.
That is their prerogative.
That's right.
And Alice got really good at Spyro 3.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when it comes to, I want to talk as well with her match against Liam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just inexperience. It's inexperience coming through and just not and helping him as well.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
look at your group. So we'll go to the top 4. Obviously, Luke on 14 points. He had 1 loss, which was to you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another one where you got really good at Spyro 2 for that race.
Yep.
Charm Sky next on 6 wins and 2 losses. She lost to Luke, and she also lost to Liam, who's sitting in 4th place. She beat you. That's why she's ahead on the head-to-head.
Right, exactly. Fantastic.
And
race.
your only 2 losses were Charm Sky and Alice Clark.
The thing is that women always beat me up, and that's the thing.
So yeah, you lost. You're the simp in the tournament.
I'm the simp of the.
You're the simp of the
Alright,
tournament.
stream over. That's it. I'm very offended by that. That's disgusting. But no, and of course, Lucas Bolton as well getting 3 wins.
3 wins.
So being ahead of the bottom 3.
Now,
very well.
Now the topic of Group C was who would finish in 4th place, because once Alice lost to Fraser, it looked almost impossible for her to go through. But we figured out that in the last dying days of the tournament, there was a really interesting situation that could have occurred, because Fraser beat Alice. Now, if Fraser had beaten Liam and Asdra, he would have finished on 4 points because he beat also Fraser, right? So he would have finished on 4. He would have beaten James Jones, Alice, Liam, and Azura. So that would have been 4. But unfortunately, Fraser couldn't get that done.
That's right.
So the triple threat never happened.
That's right.
And Liam, of course, was untouched. Even if Liam did finish on 8 points, even if he lost his last race to Azura.
That's right. And the other thing too, as well, with me beating Luke, that confirmed the end of Group C. Once that match was up, it pretty much ended it within a shadow of a doubt. Of course, Liam could have dropped to Fraser and stuff like that, but So basically, it's all good.
It turned out to be not as interesting as we thought, and Liam goes through.
No, you know what? That happened a lot actually, where like we got close to these like crazy matches, like a triple threat. There was going to be a Group B triple threat at some point with a certain the Acorn came in, and but that didn't happen. So it's okay. We're going straight into round 2 with nothing held back.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing, no extra races. No lingering things. All right, let's
go to Group D.
Group D. Let's go to Group D. This was the
Group Dancer.
Group Dancer, Group Dessert Monkey, the golden group.
Group Doomanize.
Doomanize, so that's a good one. So we got the only undefeated speedrunner
insane
in the tournament was Dessert Monkey. Now, if you presented to me the 36 competitors in ISGP2, and we had Luke R44 in there, we had Toto in there, we had a bunch of people, Ratchet 5 in there, and you said to me, who will be undefeated in round 1? The last name, or one of the last names I would have picked would be Dessert Monkey JK.
Quite literally.
Especially in this group.
That's right.
Against some really tough people. Dancer Fanta, Ratchet 5, Money Maestro. He beat them all.
Yeah.
He beat them all.
An incredible effort. This group has been talked about a lot. Not necessarily because, it's just been talked about a lot because it's another, again, kind of like Group B, another classic example of some of the people that were left out are very good.
Yes.
They just weren't able to put together some early wins.
Well, it's funny because unfortunately, Cyrides getting those 4 wins puts him ahead of Luminize and Skater because they ended up being quite good in the tournament, especially in Spyro 1. But I think that it just proves being good at one game is not enough.
Being an all-rounder is more important.
I think that's definitely the vibe I'm getting because. We just had a massive clip on this. Because Dessert Monkey, for whatever all his flaws, is really good at all the games. He's a perfect all-rounder. Same with Ratchet 5, is like perfect all-rounder.
That's right.
I think it doesn't do well to be only good at one game.
Absolutely.
And I mean, look at the converse of that. Liam, who is not good at Spyro 3, is decent at Spyro 1 and 2.
So whoever gets him in round 2. Obviously, just as a quick thing as well, if people can't agree on a game or a race, we end up basically randomizing it.
Yeah, we have a situation called randomization, which is something we've been using for years now to break stalemates when people can't figure out races. So
people in round 2, hey, you can suggest some Spyro 3 races. He technically, we have to figure that out, but it's basically an easy win there.
Yeah, so Dandafana finishes 2nd place on 12 points. Ratchet 5
head-to-head gone.
Lost on the head-to-head. Muddy Maestro came in and he for a second there, if he lost to Steph in his last race, which was surprisingly close. If Muddy lost to Steph, then he would have gone because Cyrides beat him.
That's right.
Cyrides would have gone through, but Muddy Maestro goes through on the points. Cyrides finishes 4-4. He's 5th place, and then Luminize and Skater both tie on 6th. Luminize, of course, defeated Skater.
Yeah, in one of the most popular races of the tournament.
That was a fantastic
masterclass, as they say, of Spyro 1 glitches and skips, particularly like end-of-level skips like in the late game, which I thought was really, really cool. And we love to see that. We love to see, again, 2 people that really improved from race 1 to race. This wasn't their 8th race, but they really improved over the course of the tournament. And someone else
who improved as well, Meteor Girl, who started out basically having never played Spyro before, and then finishes in an actually quite competitive speedrun against the group.
Dessert Monkey, that's right. And again, she is probably someone as well where she's more Spyro 1 focused. Obviously, in the next tournaments, you're going to want to have to get her better at 2 and 3 as well. That's the other thing.
Look, as I keep saying, you've got to want it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't force anything on anyone.
That's right. Absolutely.
People have to want it. So she got 1 win in the tournament, which was surprising. I didn't think Meteor Girl would get any wins.
Now does this leave with Stefanski as the only person to not get a single win?
Stefaski and SpyroGem are the only winless people in the tournament.
SpyroGem, okay. But you know what? Thank you very much to Steph for essentially doing a favor for me because, you know, I asked her to join the tournament. You know, and she's like a casual Spyro fan, but not really like an actual speedrunner. But honestly, her presence is really welcome. She's a very fun, vivacious person.
Vivacious.
And, you know,
yes.
I really appreciate her being there. She's kind of like, you know, like how people viewed Kiefer in ISGP1. Where it's like, you're not really watching her for a skill, but she's a very vibrant person. And, you know, thank you for getting all of her runs done. She also holds the record now officially, and I don't think this will ever be topped. She did 4 races in like 2.5 hours.
That's right, I remember that. I remember that. I was there that day.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, Dessert Monkey, race, go. Muddy, no, not Muddy. Danta, race, go. Sorides, race, go. Skater, race, go. It was quite something. It was quite something. Now, I just catch everyone up who's just joined the stream. We've just gone through the groups. We've looked at the groups. We've gone through Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. Looked at the point totals. We've given credit where credit's due. We've spoken about people who have improved out of sight. Who would you say the biggest improvement has been in this tournament, would you say? I mean, I'm leaning towards like Luminize, simply because I've been seeing her like PBs and her times coming down in Spyro 1.
That's right, yeah, in any percent, right?
In any percent.
So, yeah, that, honestly, yeah, I've got to say that. Of course, I think Amelia as well. If you watch her run the run against Christian, right, the Solution X race, if you watch the way she does the first world in Spyro 3, she's doing all the skips. She's doing the jump, pause, and exit. She's doing the flame, get the egg thief at the beginning. You know, she'd give Alice a run for her money in that first section.
Alice Clark also someone who's
Alice Clark, big improvement as well.
Fraser, partial improvement.
Fraser,
also regression.
and the thing is, we have this thing, and you know, we had Death Triangle. Me, Fraser, and Angus. Okay, we're Death Triangle, Triangula della Muerte. And we're a new trio here to I can't even say it with confidence anymore. Like,
I don't know.
We did this video where like, guys, trios matches are going to be a thing with 3 people, and then what's his first race? He gets freaking embarrassed in Spyro 3, like absolutely embarrassed. So Death Triangle is not dead, but it's.
We may have to reconsider the member.
God.
If anyone, if Unlisted Leaf, I know he's here in the stream. If anyone wants to be part of Death Triangle, hit us up. But yeah, unfortunately, Fraser let us down. Now, who has had the biggest regression of the tournament?
Who do you think? Liam. By the end of it, Liam's final race was. I mean, well, actually, that was against Astra, but. I mean, Liam's Spyro 3 was truly legendarily bad.
Yeah, it was comically bad for someone who's qualified for round 2.
He's good at Spyro now.
So what we're gonna do now is we've looked at the round 1 groups and we've kind of dissected them. And now it's time to actually look at round 2, and we're going to look forward to round 2, and we're going to look at the qualifiers for round 2 and talk a little bit about each individual qualifier. And we're going to look at their track record, and we're going to look at their score sheet.
That's right.
So let's start with Group A, and we'll start with myself because I was the winner of Group A.
Look at that transition.
What a transition there! Now, Group A topped by myself. Now I got 7 wins and 1 loss. Potentially, I should have got a clean sweep because my race against King Europe 1, which was my only loss, was quite dubious to say the least because I was basically going into that race knowing I would lose because I could lose that race because it didn't actually matter too much. But yeah, as you see there, it's quite a... You know, I kind of spaced myself out this tournament. You know, those dates there are the...
That's right. You did play Spyro 1 NTSCJ, which you won against Kiefer, so...
It says... Oh, Spyro, yeah, Spyro.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I love Spyro.
But, I mean, yeah, Spyro 1 Japanese, of course, there against Kiefer, so that's good. So you really hit a variety of games.
Yeah, I only did Spyro 3 once. I maybe should have done Spyro 3.
That's surprising for you, actually. I didn't expect that, actually. I see you as quite good at Spyro 3.
Yeah, I mean...
Thank you guys all as well for the support for Death Triangle.
I probably could have done a couple more Spyro 3 races, but Spyro 2 looks to be like my most played, actually. I did... 1, 2, 3. I did 3 Spyro 3 races, a Spyro, 3 Spyro 2 races, a Spyro 3 race, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 Spyro 1 races, but an NTSCJ one. That's right. But anyway, so that was me. We don't need to spend too much time talking about me. Let's talk about MTB. You know, GameSendy.
GameSendy.
I want to talk about GameSendy. Here he is, the inventor of the GameSendy Wheel of Fortune, which is his specialty, which he lost, I think, to me. So GameSendy 6 wins, 2 losses, 12 points. Opened his campaign losing to Marcus Terry-Bedford. Yeah, he lost to Marcus Terry-Bedford.
These two guys, personal friends, great friends, and I'm glad they got each other in the same group because it's great to see those guys come out, and I think that MrGamesendy is a classic example of a great sort of mid-tier racer. Yeah, where he has got the skills. He just needs to put it together for round 2.
GameSendy,
can he do that?
GameSendy bookended his campaign with a loss and a loss. So he started with a loss, ended with a loss, and then in between he won every race. Now look at here. So he did 1, 2, 3 Spyro 1 races, 2 Spyro 2 races, and then 1, 2, 3 Spyro 3 races. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I don't know, a bit of a mixed bag there, GameSendy. He's done a lot of variety in that. So I wouldn't name and shame him. I wouldn't, even if I was to say race GameSendy in round 2, I couldn't tell you what his worst game is. Maybe Spyro 1 or Spyro 2 because he lost races in that.
That's right.
I'm not sure exactly what game you want. If you want to boom GameSendy in round 2, which game you should race him in. But
can I just quickly say? TOTOzigemm has said Team Toto will rule the world. That is actually a challenge. It is, just quickly, that is Toto, Nguyen, and yes, Wally have actually stepped up to the plate to face Death Triangles. Yeah, good luck, guys. Good luck. All right, we've got Fraser, and he's good at Spyro now. Forget what I just said before.
Compete if you can, win if we let you.
All right. Okay. Who can stop the path of Death Triangle?
MTB, Marcus Terry-Bedford, Marcus Terry-Bedford. Now,
shout out to Marcus as well. His first tournament, and he was, apprehensive about joining in the past and stuff like that. And honestly, thank you so much for joining, Marcus. You've been an absolutely positive presence.
Yep, you've been a very, very great guy.
Great guy.
Also, someone who was on the shortlist to have done all their races in a very short amount of time as well.
Right. Yeah.
It took him just over a month to get all of them done. He. As we can see here, look at he won his first 4 races.
That's right.
Then he dropped 1 to Amelia.
Yep.
Bounced back against MediExcalibur.
Yep.
Then he drew with Keyford and lost to me. Those last 2 races.
Yeah, so he really, realistically, we were. That's what did, I think it's kicked the thing. He really could have been second.
He could have been first.
But yeah, I mean, he could have even been first. But yeah, he dropped some late ones. He loves Spyro 2, of course, doing 4 Spyro 2 races. He ended up doing 2 Spyro 3 races, and it is 2 Spyro 1. So a really great, well-rounded, tournament as well for him in round 1. So fantastic effort there as well. The Amelia race, again, that came down to Amelia. Even though she really messed up on some of the skips and stuff like that, she had a great strategy, good gem routing and stuff like that.
MTB had a disastrous Dynamines in the speed run. That came down to that. If he did better in Dynamines, he might have beaten Amelia.
That's right.
By the way, just if he did beat Amelia, he would have been on 13 points. So he would have come in 2nd place.
That's right.
If he beat Amelia, beat Keyford, he would have been on 14 points, and he would have actually tied with me on points. But I would have beaten him in the head-to-head.
That's right.
So that's the kind of bounce of the ball that happens in this tournament. So he had a really, really good campaign. Another returning veteran who I wouldn't have thought would have made it through to round 2 is MediExcalibur 2012.
Yes.
Now, MediExcalibur 2012 had the luckiest outcomes happen. He was not in control of his own fate. Let's just put it that way. He was definitely not in control of his own fate, especially coming in to the last couple of races, because he had lost, by the time he got to King Europe 1, 3 races.
That's right.
So he was on, he could have only got to 10 points maximum. And then he came through and he beat King Europe 1, he beat a Gork, he lost to Marcus Terry-Bedford. He also lost to Keyford.
Which was a big one, and that's the thing, and that's why, again, people are so heartbroken for Keyford, because had that draw not happened and it would have been head-to-head 8-8, what would happen? Of course, Keyford would have gone through.
That's right. Now, I would say that MediExcalibur's most important victory would have been against Yogamonyo. That one sealed, that was the one that basically confirmed his contention for round 2. If he had started this tournament and lost to me and Yogamonyo, he wouldn't have gone through.
That's right.
So he had to have beaten Yogamonyo, which he did. His resume is also quite mixed. He only did 1 Spyro 3 race.
Yeah. Did some NTSC J as well.
He did some NTSC J. He did Spyro 2. Honestly, by looking at this, it looks like his worst game is Spyro 1 because he did 4 Spyro 1 races and lost 3 of them.
Yeah, he only beat Amelia, and that was an ISGP race, right?
That's right, yeah.
One of our special match types.
One of our special match types. So, I don't know, I'm just thinking like...
No, but you know what, though? Again, though, MediExcalibur is, again, another guy that I would consider... If he practices, he's one of those guys that goes, hey guys, I'm online, you want to race, right?
Yeah.
If he actually sat down and grinded a bit, he'd be good. Now, I have a singles victory over him in the Spyro Speedruns Cup. So that was actually quite close. If you remember, that ended up being only a minute or so. So again, I'd say Medi is good. And yes, while he's one of the lucky ones to get in, congratulations for making it in.
Yep.
And fun fact, MediExcalibur is probably, he's the most famous person from the tournament. Actually,
he is. Yeah.
He has a massive channel. He's almost got 100,000 subscribers. So go check him out as well if you want to, if you like TF2 related stuff. So
yes. Now we're going to move on to Group B now, everyone. So just here we go with the first place.
Who is that handsome devil? Woo!
Whoa! I'm getting
flush.
I'm blushing right now looking at this. Daniel Davidson going through on 13 points, which is funny, CrystalFissure, because 13 points is the fewest amount of points required by any group to go through in first place.
That's true.
Every other group, my group 14 points, your group 14 points, and Group D 16 points.
Yes, that's right.
So Daniel Davidson going through on 13 points as the Group B leader. He opened up with a draw against Vitus.
That's right.
He drew against Vitus, and then he came in and he won against Gladiator. Then he lost against Toto. Now, if you look at that first 3 races, right, you could say, how on earth is this guy going to win the group?
Yeah.
But then look at this. He had very important head-to-heads over very important people coming up.
That's right.
First of all, that win over Gladiator was very important because Gladiator, as we'll find out, finished 2nd place in Group B.
That's correct.
Then he came through and he beat CrystalFissure. He beat Brandon Black. He beat SpyroGem. He beat the Acorn.
He beat the Acorn.
And he beat Tooney.
That's right. Incredible work.
Incredible work. He won his last 5 races, which was absolutely fantastic, and that sealed the deal for him, beating guys like Tooney and CrystalFissure and Gladiator.
That's right.
And Acorn, because those were guys who were potentially in contention.
That's right.
And he beat them, and he had that draw with Vitus, which was, we were thinking, will that draw
affect everything?
Will that help Vitus? Will that help Daniel Davidson? Well, it actually didn't end up mattering too much because there was a race that happened late in the tournament, which we'll talk about next as we talk about our 2nd place person, which was Gladiator.
The Tunisian king, as we've dubbed him.
The Tunisian king. Now, Gladiator had a race, his last race, which was just uploaded only a few hours ago. He lost to Tooney in Spyro 1. If Gladiator had beaten Tooney, then his point total would have gone to 14,
that would have been
and
it.
he would have been the group leader.
He threw it away at the very end there, but you know what? Hey, Tooney's good, as we're going to find out.
Yeah, Tooney's good. Tooney's no slouch.
That's right.
Now, we've got, obviously, he lost to Daniel Davidson, which was the group group leader.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, lost in Spyro 3, did not play Spyro 3 again.
He must have looked at that and said, well,
that's it, fuck Spyro 3.
Spyro 3 isn't getting me anywhere, so no more Spyro 3 races. Played a bunch of Spyro 1, a bunch of Spyro 2, and then lost in Spyro 1 at the very, very end. So he's another guy who bookended his tournament with a loss and a loss.
Oh yeah, good point.
But yeah, if he had beaten Tooney, he would have gone through.
That's right.
In 1st place. But I mean, he's going through in 2nd place, which is, it's a decent place to go in.
That's right. I think he's done a great job. Again, another Spyro Speedruns Cup alum.
Yep.
He beat Alice.
He did.
In that tournament. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think he also raced Acorn in that tournament as well. So they had a rematch. They had an ISGP2. They did. Yes.
Rematch. That was at round 2 of.
And that's right, round 2. And so you know what? That's the thing, isn't it? Gladiator is the Acorn killer.
Yes, yes,
so
he's got two victories over the Acorn.
I love that. Absolutely love it. Now, 3rd place. When this tournament began, who would have expected TOTOzigemm or TOTOzigemm
to finish? And that's barely 3rd place as well.
Yeah.
That's only a head-to-head victory difference between 3rd and 4th.
Of course, we'd be remiss if we did not say that if Toto was on the same level of play as everyone else, he would have topped this group.
Easily.
Probably by far, to be perfectly honest. But Toto has done the really valiant sportsman-like thing of basically, for one of his first races, and I think it was, I don't know, I think it ended up being his first race against Vitus, right?
Yep.
he lost it because he was playing with one hand.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Then the remaining matches, which he lost against Gladiator and Daekorn, he actually and every other match there, he played with only knowing the goal just before the match took place.
Yeah,
so he had no time to practice, no time to prepare. So people like Gladiator and Daekorn and all those guys were able to come up with really elaborate runs, basically, in order to take him off guard. So that is why I believe he lost those matches, basically.
That's right.
He's a phenomenal.
His three losses were to Vitus, Gladiator, and Daekorn. Now, funnily enough, Daekorn, defeating TOTOzigemm.
Very end.
And as we said, Daekorn was one win away from jumping from 7th place to 3rd place, which would have been absolutely incredible. But yeah, no, this is a very good one, and as you can see there, he's got a good mix of all the games. Only played Spyro 1 once against Spyro Jam, so I can't tell if I was going to give a hot tip against anyone who gets him in round 2. I don't know. Maybe play him in Spyro 1. I don't know. He's pretty good at all of them though, so
exactly.
I wouldn't want to risk it against him.
Now, I don't know whether, by the way, for round 2, whether he's going to do have that same principle of not knowing.
Yep. I can't tell him to do it either way.
Yeah.
It's up to him.
For me, it's like we all know he's phenomenal, right? So no one's going to look at him if he loses matches. It's totally up to him whether he keeps that sort of that principle. But yeah, what a guy, what a great guy. 3rd place. And you know what? Well done. To be able to even win without knowing any idea.
Yeah, I know.
It's just fantastic.
And he beat the group leader as well. He beat Daniel Davidson.
Exactly.
That's something else right there. So 4th place in Group B is Tooney. Now Tooney was our last replacement. He comes in 4th. Basically, as you can see there,
well, he eliminates Colapro with his first match.
His first match basically did eliminate Colapro, because if Colapro had beaten Tooney, Colapro would have gone to 10 as well.
That's right.
And he would have gone through in 4th. So then, he got a win. Then he lost his next 2 races. And then we're like, okay. Maybe he's out. And at this point, I was thinking, well, Vitus is on 9. Vitus only needs one more win to get through. Then he's on 11 points. Then if Vitus went through on 11, he would have gone to 3rd place. He would have beaten Toto by 1 point. Toto would have finished on 4th place with 10 points. Now Vitus lost to in the second to last race, and it just went up on the channel before.
Yeah, as we said before, a heartbreaking exit for Vitus because it was a close race.
Yeah,
and
it was a very close race.
It was a great race, actually.
Yeah,
and it was great to be there as well. But just sad for Vitus. But Tooney, at the end of the day, watch out.
And Tooney, another definition of all-rounder. Look at this. 3 Spyro 3, 3 Spyro 1, 2 Spyro 2. You can't get much more all-round than that. It's a very impressive. And props to the guy, because he only had 4 weeks to do.
That's right. And he was doing races because we were sort of going, all right, Tooney, do your races. He's one of the guys who I'd also consider underprepared by the nature of only having half the time.
That's right. That's right.
So we kind of wanted him to do your races. Kind of expecting, semi-expecting him to be out, not actually make it. We probably expected Vitus to go through, and so we're like, yeah, Tooney, just do your races. It was more about filling a spot.
That's right.
That's the truth. And then as he went on, as he started to win these last, the next 4 races in a row, all of a sudden it became, okay, actually, shit, he's going to make it. Before dropping to Daekorn again.
Daekorn defeated Tooney and Toto.
Yeah.
He beat them both.
I know.
Unbelievable. And that's why he could have gone to 3rd place, because he had the head-to-heads over them all.
That's right. Yeah, so Group B, again, what can we say?
Now, fantastic. Now, I just have to confirm, I'm just reading the chat here. Toto is dropping in the handicap for round 2. Toto's not doing handicaps in round 2.
Okay.
So, I mean, that makes things a lot harder for anyone who's got into round 2.
That's right. Oh.
But that's good. We want I know Unlisted Leaf will like this.
Yeah.
We want Toto Unbound.
Yeah.
I think
Unlisted Leaf, huge Toto.
I don't know.
I
think there's a Pokemon card called Hoopla Unbound or something.
Oh, is there? Oh, right.
I think so. I think
I was going to say, Unlisted Leaf says, wow, these transitions looking like a Channel 9 broadcast. Lol. You think that's funny, do you? Huh? No, honestly. Thank you, I know. We're really proud with how this is going, by the way.
I'm
super happy with this. Should we head to Group C?
Let's go to Group C. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Luke RF44 top in the group.
Whoa! I mean, he's got the crown on. He thinks he's the king. He thinks he's King Luke RF44.
Yeah, well, Tunisian King versus Luke RF44.
Oh, the Burger King versus the Tunisian King.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to see that.
No,
by the way, I'm not going to call Luke RF44 the Burger King. That is not his nickname.
Do not call him that.
Anyway, so tell me about him. Tell me a lot about him.
Well, I'll tell you a lot about him. Okay, he comes in, he ruins Group C. Now, actually, I'm kidding. Of course, he doesn't ruin Group C. He comes in though, and we knew he's top of his group. He's phenomenal, right? He comes in, tops his group, and essentially knocks Alice out.
Yes.
Because the way it was going to look realistically was it was going to be, it was going to be basically some variation of myself, Charm Sky, Liam, and Alice. Right? That's basically. Luke comes in, destroys everyone. Except
for who? Except for who, Chris?
Hey, what?
Who was the only person? You were the only person that didn't lose to Luke.
Fun fact as well. I don't believe I've ever faced Luke ever.
Really?
In any IES, any RIP, any World Cup speedrun, any incarnation of a tournament, I've never faced him.
I've raced Luke a couple times. I think, from memory, I beat him in a grand final once in something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, IS9.
IS9?
IS9.
Really? Okay.
I think I beat him in IS9.
Okay.
Someone would have to check that.
Okay, interesting. But Luke done a tremendous job. And yeah, again, another all-rounder where he played 2 Spyro 2s.
We know Spyro 1 is his best game. Like that's an undisputed fact.
And that's where Charm Sky really sort of shot
herself in the foot.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, I can't believe he's so good at.
But she did a very short race with him again. Like
that was way closer than you'd expect.
That's right.
And well done.
So yeah, he beats everyone in the top 4 except for you. And then, as you see there, clinches the last win out of Azra to finish top of the block.
And look at that as well. He actually, first match goes up, Alice Clark, in May. Yeah. So he's actually another guy that replaced and got his matches done relatively quickly.
Yeah.
So he was another guy.
He was like late April, early May replacement.
As well, I don't know if he's still in the chat here, but he is as well the classic speedrunning champion. And again, I know this really triggers you about, Eric G4 Video 5's title shot, which is impending. That is coming. Don't worry, guys. It is coming soon.
Hurry up and do your race, guys, because I'm waiting to face the winner of that. I'm waiting to get my fair shot at the classic speedrunning champion because I want to be the champion. Yeah. More than anything.
Oh yeah.
I want to make love to my beautiful girlfriend wearing the classic speedrun championship.
Fucking. Oh my god. All right. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure, Angus. No, but yeah, look, you're not getting a title shot for a very long time. Stop kicking it, you moron! It creates a massive fucking disturbance.
Wake up, everyone!
All right, so
let's talk about Charm Sky, CrystalFissure. Put her up.
There she is.
There she is, Charm Sky. Hanley. Charm Sky.
Hanley Smith.
Hanley. Don't dox her.
No, she's a public. It's public.
Public? Okay, she's going public with her name. Okay.
Also, the last name's like the most common last name you could ever be called.
That's like being James Jones. Come on.
James Jones.
Anyway, tell me about Hanley, please. Charm Sky. Talk about her.
A lovely girl from South Africa. No. So she's a good racer. She opted to do a lot of her races as glitchless.
That's right.
While she was learning some of the skips. Now, glitchless is a thing that has been discussed in tournaments in the past and now as well. And the question is, is it allowed? Is it allowed? Of course it is. However, the opponent has to agree to it, and the default is to do glitches. You just glitches wrong.
Glitches are the default.
However, in that time, she has been training, she's been practicing, she knows all of these skips now. She knows that in round 2, glitches is 100% basically encouraged for every race.
No, it's the norm.
It's the norm. And I'm looking forward to her improvement. She's someone that, yes, she dropped those 2 towards the end against Liam and Luke.
The double L's, and she lost both Spyro 1 races.
That's right.
That's interesting because Spyro 1 is the least shitty of all the games.
That's right.
She lost them.
They're too good. They're very good at that game. So the thing is with that is that she will get better. She improved as the tournament went on, despite those 2 losses, and so I'm really looking forward to her round 2.
And she's another one who got her races done so quickly. Look
really
at that.
Quickly,
16th to the 4th to the 13th. So
did very well.
Very, very fast.
Yeah, the Alice Clark race as well, very close. That really came down to it. That was very exciting. So the race against me was honestly well done to her as well. She did a fantastic job there. against me in Spyro 3 while over collecting gems and again like the Tunisian king keyboard.
I know.
Like, what the fuck?
When I found out,
no wonder they couldn't do double jump.
When I found out so many people in this tournament were using keyboard, I was legitimately shocked. I didn't think this was a thing people did still. I was legitimately shocked. Now, again, she's an all-rounder too. Look at that. 3 Spyro 3, that's 3 Spyro 2s, 3 Spyro 1s, 2 Spyro 3s. You don't get much more all-round than that. And proves you have to be at least semi-good in all 3 games to make it through.
That's right.
Let's talk about third place in Group C. Who's this?
This is handsome. That's a stretched image.
It is actually stretched, isn't it?
That's a stretched image. You know what? Who cares about the standings? You've taken my Instagram photo here and made me look like a freaking string bean. I am not a bean anymore. It is not 2014. I do not weigh like 60 something kilos. Okay, I'm almost 80. Now, that aside, I think this is actually my best Spyro tournament in history.
It is. You got 6 wins, beating your paltry 4 wins, 5 losses from the last tournament.
Oof, yeah.
That was bad.
That
was a really bad performance in the ISGP1.
Well, it was interesting as well. Like some of the loss to Alice and stuff like that. Again, death, taxes, and me fucking losing to Alice.
You just can't beat Alice.
Fucking losing to Alice Clark.
You can't beat Alice.
Totally bullshit. And the El brothers. I thought that you meant to help a brother out. But you know what? Apparently not. No. Losing to, again, 2 losses sort of directly in the middle, in fact. Win, win, win. Loss, loss. Win, win, win.
Yeah.
So, coming in the middle there, basically, if you guys remember watching the roundup as well, what happened there was I lost to Alice Clark and I thought, I'm done.
That's right. We thought CrystalFissure
because make it round 2. No one goes into ISGP thinking they're going to beat Luke. Except for someone like a Toto or a New One or maybe a Ratchet.
That's right. You kind of, in your brain, you write that one as like, that's not happening. I'm not beating Luke.
It's not happening. So, coming in, losing those 2 races, beating James Jones, which I think, was mostly an inevitability there. And then, honestly, beating Luke is probably my best ever Spyro 1 victory.
Yep.
Actually, my best Spyro 2 victory is my best victory in my tournament history.
It was your best performance, even though you were a former 2-time or a former 1-time.
That's the thing. I would only consider myself decent at like games that aren't Spyro. Basically. Because the story of me.
For those of you who don't realize, CrystalFissure once won 2 back-to-back tournaments to become the longest reigning world speedrunning champion of all time. That current world speedrunning champion is Muddy Maestro, by the way, in case anyone was wondering who that was. Now, CrystalFissure, your campaign wasn't actually we thought, oh shit, you lost to Alice Clark. We thought everything was out of your control.
This is pink, by the way. I know it's just the camera kind of makes it look weird. It's a pink hoodie.
It's a pink.
Thank you, Ender.
But anyway, we thought CrystalFissure losing to Alice Clark. That's it. He's done. And we thought you would have to have an outcome like a Fraser beating Alice or a James Jones beating Alice.
That's right.
To get through, but not the case because you beat Luke.
That's right.
You went through.
And then rounding off with beating the returning Asdra, and I beat them in their first match since getting their computer back.
Greatest comeback story of the tournament.
That's right. Asdra coming back was like the greatest thing ever, honestly.
Yep. Again. Now 4th place. Everyone get ready to shake your head in anger.
Boo! Boo! Look at this guy in Japan with his long hair.
Get him off. Get him off there. Get him off my screen.
Oh my god.
I don't know if he's still watching, but
if he's not.
Liam, are you still here? But anyway, cool. Liam, you did well, actually. I mean, props to Liam because he did win 2 races that you were unable to win. He beat Charm Sky and he beat Alice Clark.
Yeah.
He's the inverse Liam, inverse CrystalFissure. And for all the shit we gave him for losing to James Jones in Spyro 3, he surprisingly has a good mix of Spyro 2 and Spyro 1.
That's right.
Okay, so yes, he lost to you in Spyro 2, but he beat Alice. He beat Alice Clark in Spyro 2 in a real clutch victory.
Liam is good. Liam is really good at Spyro 1. A bit of a Luminize there.
Yes, he is.
Decent at Spyro 2. Decent. We actually had to do a rematch, fun fact, in that match that he lost, but we both improved our time by like 5 minutes.
I remember
that race. He lost his footage. We both got better. I actually thank him for that because that improved me in Spyro 2 tremendously. He lost that one. He also lost, but that was the only Spyro 2 that he lost. So he beat Alice in Spyro 2 and he beat Asdra in Spyro 2. But then, Charm Sky, Lucas, and Fromond, and where else? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he only lost to Luke in Spyro 1.
That's right. Yeah,
basically an inevitability.
But I mean, he beat Chomsky. Chomsky lost actually to Liam and Luke in Spyro 1, which is interesting. Right. So I think Spyro 2 Chichless is her game of choice.
Yeah.
So don't race her in Spyro 2 Chichless.
Yeah.
That gives you a hard time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Liam 10 points. That's pretty good actually. Like we were thinking for the longest time that he would actually finish in second place. But that loss to James Jones really screwed him over. If he beat James Jones, there would have actually been a triple threat in your group.
Would there have been? Between myself...
Between you, Liam, and Chomsky for second, third, and fourth.
Yes,
because
we wanted.
Liam would have finished on 12 points. But unfortunately, Liam lost to James Jones, which ended the hopes of that happening.
Basically, and as well, Ratchet had, basically contacted James Jones and really wanted to help him, beat Liam. So that was quite great. I mean, there's plenty of examples of that happening, and that's perfectly fine, within reason. So yeah, James Jones getting that spoiling our triple threat.
I know. No triple threats, damn it.
It's not unusual to spoil the triple threat.
So yeah, Liam going through, again, sort of, I mean, he's not really an all-rounder, but...
No, I wouldn't call him an all-rounder.
He's two-thirds...
If you're that bad at Spyro 3, you can't be an all-rounder.
I mean, he's good at 2/3 of the game, so maybe that's enough.
I guess, as well, just quickly jumping back to me for 1 second as well, I only did one Spyro 1 race, actually. So you see that, by the way. I just want to point that out. I wouldn't call myself an all-rounder either, because I think I'm pretty bad at Spyro 1.
You're definitely Spyro 3.
Even though I beat Lucas, I'm more of a 2-3 guy. But anyway, rounding off the groups,
Group D.
We have Group D, Dessert Monkey, Group Danta, Group Datchet 5, and Group Duddy Dystro.
So look at this.
I need to quickly go to the toilet, so I'm going to let you talk about it.
He's going to go to the toilet. I'm gonna resume the hosting duties in my Chris Basso t-shirt, which you can see there. I don't know where you can buy this from. I think you can only purchase this from RCW itself. Okay, so Dessert Monkey JK. Look at this. Finishing on 8 wins, 0 losses. 8 wins. I don't know why he's 8, whatever. He's finishing on 8. It should be 8-0-0. I don't know why I put 8 losses there. Whatever. 16 points for Dessert Monkey JK. And he beat everyone in everything. Spyro 3, Spyro 2, Spyro 1. Perfect all-rounder. This is a perfect record, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. A perfect record. And the fact is, like, before this tournament, in ISGP 1, Dessert Monkey had got a record of 2 wins and 7 losses. That's 2 wins and 7 losses. How can you possibly expect someone on 2 and 7 to come back and go 8-0? But he did it. I would say props to him for doing so. He had an excellent race. If I was going to tell any of you to watch a race against of Dessert Monkey, go ahead and watch his Ratchet 5, Spyro 3, Head Bash Apocalypse 80% race. That race was incredible. And it proves that Head Bash Apocalypse could be a real viable category, because we did a few Head Bash Apocalypse races. This was the first tournament where Head Bash Apocalypse was allowed, and he had a really good one against Ratchet 5, which I suggest you all check out. Coming in second place, we have... Oops, where is he? There he is. Mr. Domino himself, Danta Fanta, who is a returning from the... Well, actually, he was in the World Tag League. Was Danta Fanta. He was in the World Tag League, and then he joined into the Spyro Speedrunners Cup, and now he's here in the ISGP2. Started with a loss to Dessert Monkey, but this was before we kind of knew like where everyone was sitting in the groups, because that was very early on. That was like one of the first speedruns uploaded to the channel was Danta Fanta versus Dessert Monkey. So we didn't really know how that would impact things. And at the time, we didn't expect Dessert Monkey to go through and win all his races. But anyway, Danta Fanta comes back with a win against Cyrides, Skater, Luminize. Then his biggest win of the tournament, in my opinion, was that Spyro 2 race against Ratchet 5, where it came down to the gems at the end, and Danta Fanta, he collected more gems in the run, and he did it. He beat Ratchet 5 in Spyro 2, which is, quite an achievement, especially for someone like a newcomer like Danta Fanta, who we didn't expect. We didn't expect that to happen. And that win sealed his deal as the second place in the group, because even though he lost to Muddy Maestro, he had that important head-to-head win over Ratchet 5. and then he finished off by defeating the two girls, Meteor Girl. Actually, he beat Luminize too, so he beat all the girls in the group. So he's the lady killer. Dantafanta is the lady killer, and you guys can print that on a T-shirt if you want. The lady killer, if he wants you to. I don't know if he does. So yeah, he did actually all his races in a really decent amount of time too. And yeah, what can you say? The guy, he wears a purple Spyro onesie. He's got Pikachu on his shoulder. He's giving you the thumbs up. What's not to love? What's not to love about Dantafanta? I'm just reading the chat here. He loves the onesies. I wonder what our friend Unlisted Leaf has to say about this, because he's a big Spyro fan and a big Pikachu fan too. Okay, so third place, the rather dour-looking Ratchet 5, who had a potential to actually finish first place in his group. As you can see, we'll just jump all the way to the end there. His last match was against Desert Monkey JK in the Spyro 3 Head Bash Apocalypse any % race. Now, he unfortunately lost that race, but it was by quite a substantial margin, actually. Desert Monkey beat him by like 10 minutes, which was quite impressive. But that match basically determined who would come first in the group and who would come third in the group. And by virtue of winning that match, losing that match, Ratchet 5 comes in third place. He also lost to Dantafanta as well. And then he won all of his other races too, so he's also a bit of a lady killer in that aspect. And he did his races in pretty decent time as well. Props to him. I don't know, I mean, like, I'm looking at this here. He did 4 Spyro 1 races, 2 Spyro 2 and 2 Spyro 3. So, I don't know, it's a tough one to say. It's a tough one to say what his worst game is. I can't really suss that one out. Oh, and CrystalFissure has returned from his toilet break. But yeah, I don't know. Ratchet 5, again, a guy who we always expected to make it to round 2, and he did a good job, and I can't really fault him on his performance.
Do you guys like my shirt, by the way? It's ramen with the classic Japan thing with the wave thing. Yeah, it's very nice. It's from Vapor95.
People are happy you came back. But in your absence, we went up to 30 viewers on the chat.
Oh my, I'm not a draw anymore. I overheard while I was, incapacitated briefly. You also mentioned Head Bash Apocalypse, which we might talk about at the very end. So I just want to bring that up. But yeah, an interesting match type, which we'll talk about that a bit later. So we've got Ratchet 5 here as well. I'm gonna quickly do my quick thing as well. Congratulations to Desert Monkey. Dantafanta, the lady killer, as you said, well done to him. Coming in from his first appearance was in the World Tag League.
That's right. He's had World Tag League debut.
That's the thing. Like him and that's right. Colapro both came in. Speedy Soda with Lemon. Will we see them again? Stay tuned for a Dantafanta.
Will Speedy Soda with Lemon return?
Can I just say as well, we've got a Dantafanta ISGP talk coming up soon in the next week.
Very good.
Oh, and as well, just because I don't know why I've gone to the toilet, just giving me all this rush of energy. The other thing as well is that yes, Yogamonyo ISGP talks. There's going to be plenty more talks. And again, if you want to be in one, send me a message, please. We've got Vitus coming up as well, talking about the heartbreak. But Ratchet 5. He lost his last match to Desert Monkey, and I know for a fact that he wanted to win that.
He wanted
to win that one.
Desperately wanted to win that.
And you know what? At the end of the day, Desert Monkey got him. And congrats. But Ratchet 5. No slouch, and when the pressure is on, Ratchet's scary.
Oh yeah, when the pressure is on,
he's damn good.
And now that the stakes are even higher in round 2, I expect Ratchet 5 to do pretty well in round 2. All right, now last guy, the last round 2 qualifier, and literally,
it's Buddy Mice. It's not him, but just keep talking, and I'll
keep talking. The CrystalFissure again. I'm firing him after this because he's been a terrible.
I'm firing you.
He's been a terrible.
I'm firing you. So you can...
He's been a terrible technical wizard.
Wow, look at that. Whoa.
Where's Muddy Maestro?
All right, ready? Here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
There is the handsome bugger.
We got Muddy Maestro. Okay, so Muddy Maestro. Again, we always shit on Muddy Maestro for his lack of communication, because look at this motherfucker for a second, guys. He does a race against Danta on the 30th. And then he does no races.
And he was not a replacement, so remember this.
Then he does no races until the 11th of May. And it's 11th, 15th.
Disgraceful.
And then he's there pretty consistently.
But a good racer that can be beat. That's the thing.
Yes.
Group D, I always say this. It was a competitive group, but everyone there is beatable.
That's right.
That's the thing. Like everyone there is beatable.
Especially my long time rival Mighty Maestro. People probably know this because I keep going on about it.
Yeah.
But in 8 years, Mighty Maestro and I have raced each other
many a time.
6 times, and we're 3 for 3 at the moment. He beat me 3 times. I beat him 3 times. So it's pretty impressive. And you know, if we get each other again in round 2,
Oh, hey, Skater.
that'll be the Robin match, obviously.
And as well, Toto. Yes, Toto will be in a talk as well, but I kind of want to wait a bit later to talk more about like round 2 and potentially round 3.
I
talk
see.
about that.
I
But
see.
yes, thank you, Toto. But yeah, that's the thing is that this is a really interesting group, and how they're going to go in round 2 is going to be very intriguing to me. Jinx and the Wallace and Grommer LP will continue one day. Thank you very much, Gun Ninja, CrystalFissure fan out there. You're a legend. But yeah, it's was it the Double D Dream Team? People are saying the Lady Killers. Yes, Group D needs to win it. Great, Ben Johnson. Shout out Ben Johnson. Coffee time. Indeed, have gone to coffee time. It's not signature cup at the moment, but yeah. But no, honestly, guys. Group D is, you know...
Well, look, Group D has a very good chance of getting through,
Yeah.
because I mean, I would say that when we get to round 2, people, like the round 2 groups are basically someone from Group A, someone from Group B, someone from Group D, someone from Group C.
That's right.
So it's going to be like a hot pot, Gravy Monster will like this, a hot pot of
Shout out to Cole.
of each of the groups. So we're going to see some matchups that
right.
we potentially never thought we'd see, and the idea of keeping groups separate and then people finally coming together around 2 is something that I think gets people really excited.
That's right. Now, what do you want to talk about before we go to the round 2 group? Any sort of general stuff you want to talk about? We'll start maybe with Head Bash Apocalypse as a new match type.
Talk to me about Head Bash Apocalypse.
So Head Bash Apocalypse was a new match type that we introduced in ISGP2 to not used a heap, mainly because it is such a game ruiner in the best kind of way.
Yeah, I had one against Yogamonia that made Breeze Harbor unplayable.
It is literally, it's an insane match type where you basically break the geometry of the game. Now, the thing is, it's very, very useful and fun in Spyro 2.
Yeah.
However, in Spyro 3, it's kind of almost a bit too overpowered, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where basically, because you can't double jump, you can't get out of the... You can't get out.
You can't get
like,
out of the
a lot
holes
of the
you
time.
create.
Like some of the holes that you create, you basically wreck yourself before you gex yourself. And so, the thing is about that is that it is a great match type, more suited for Spyro 2. I don't think we're going to see it in round 2, mainly because of the fact that I think people want to win a bit more.
Well, when it comes to round 2, four groups of 4, which means you've got 3 races, right?
That's right. It's a classic tournament style.
Potentially, and only 2 go through to the next
right.
round.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom 2 go to the Classic League, right?
That's correct.
So you want to win your races. Now, I mean, presumably the way these tournaments usually work is you need to win at least 2 races in round 2 if you're going to go through.
Pretty much.
Or, if not win 2, someone has to win all 3 of their races, and then you have to win 1, and you go do a triple threat
thing.
Which has happened more.
The thing is, though, this is not like a classic IAS tournament in that the skill level now in round 2 is so good that I genuinely think we're going to see some triple threat stuff.
Oh, I could see that.
I really think triple threats are pretty much guaranteed at this point. But yes, we've got that as well. Anything else you want to go over? I'm just trying to think.
No, I mean, I'm pretty much... yeah, go on.
I guess more exhibition races as well from
Yes.
round 2, in between round 1 and round 2.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we're going to announce the round 2 groups today, but the deadline for round 2 will give about 2 weeks starting from Monday.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have a bit of time off, which means that there's going to be a couple days lag between the races being
That's
recorded.
right, we'll see some more ISGP talks. I want to give you guys a well-earned break for how many matches you've all watched.
Later today, just to give you guys an update on like if it's a good time zone for you, or if you're going to go to sleep and wake up. In about 5 or 6 hours, we'll put up. Actually, maybe 8 hours. We'll do the classic 8 hours.
Classic 8 hours.
You'll see a Crash Bandicoot 3 exhibition race.
Yeah.
Featuring CrystalFissure, TOTOzigemm. I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Toto,
yeah.
Liam, and a guy called Dark Lizard.
That's right. Hey, we've seen that guy in the future. You never know.
Yeah, so
and exhibition matches, much like the way the AEW Dark is presented on YouTube, it's a great way of getting some new people that may be friends of other people that want to come in and stuff like that. It's a great way of introducing new talent, if you will. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And that won't be the only exhibition. We've got some other races now as well. Just to quickly clarify as well, exhibition races do not have to be Spyro.
That's right.
That's the whole thing. We've got some announcements coming a little bit later, not quite yet.
That's right.
About some future stuff with games and stuff like that. But let's just say that Spyro will not forever be the only thing that we ever touch as a community.
That's right. Spyro is our sort of hub go-to game, but it won't be our forever game.
Now, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, that's all I was saying. Well, let's just quickly go through the chat now. We're gonna put up the draw for round 2 in a second, but I just want to like just quickly get people's vibes. You know, what do you guys think some of the round 2 races like? What are some of the round 2 races you're really excited to see? Like, just
put that in there now.
Hypothetically, let's just like get like a dialogue going. Like, you know, what round 2 races would you really like to see? Given that we've just gone through the 16 competitors in round 2.
Right. And so while we wait for that to come through with the bloody latency, this is probably is it time to do our shilling? Is it time to do our Maddie shilling?
Let's do our shilling.
We're gonna shill for the shirts.
Let's
talk about that.
We're gonna talk about the shirts.
All right. So
I wish we created a link here or something.
Yeah. Well, I'll get a link now actually. So what we have done is we have got the ISGP 2020 shirts are now made. They now exist.
Yes.
So I'm going to get a link. However, we are going to put a discount code on there because
there is a discount code on there already.
Oh, it's already.
There is a discount code on there.
Perfect.
The discount code is ISGP 2020. So if you type that in, you will get 15% discount on the t-shirts. Now the t-shirts are basically they've got everyone's names on the back of it, so you can wear it with pride. You can walk around. You've got the t-shirts with the backs of the names everyone on. We have quite a few other t-shirts, but they're in a variety of styles. We've got hoodies, we've got tank tops if you're the gym junkie type.
That's right. I'm going to get one of them.
We've got women's tops as well. So yeah, the shirts are quite cool, quite stylish. I mean, I would wear one.
And if you guys actually do have other ideas for merch, like if you want us to make like a Keyford shirt or something like that, I don't know if we can use his likeness legally, but if you got any ideas for shirts, please send us one because we will put practically anything on a shirt. I know that there is a bit of demand for a Queen of Spyro style.
Yeah, I've heard that.
We should work on that. How sexist of us.
Well, I mean,
King of Spyro style. What the hell?
I mean, our gender ratios used to be like 96% guys.
Yeah.
We got
a bit better now. But no, honestly, yeah, the merch is going to be great. So get that. And if you do buy anything, please send us a photo of you wearing it because it's just great to see ISGP represented from all corners of the globe.
Dessert Monkey wants I survived Excalibur.
Yeah. I actually made that one, but I really need to. Lady Killer shirt. Yeah, okay. We've got some good ideas.
Some of the races though people want to see is
Toto vs Toto.
Toto vs Toto. Angus vs Ratchet 5 seems to be a popular one. Luke vs Gladiator. Meteor Girl with a fork versus CrystalFissure.
Nah, I'm not. I mean, get near me. She's another wrestler that we didn't talk about.
She is. Yeah, Meteor Girl is another professional.
Izzy Shaw, look her up.
Look up Izzy Shaw.
Shout out Izzy Shaw.
Go onto Instagram. You may see a familiar face on her Instagram.
Not a handsome face, but a face regardless. And yeah, how about Crash 2 speedruns? Yeah, Crash 2 speedruns exhibitions. Yep, you'll be seeing it.
Yep, Toto vs Luke, Dan to Fanta vs
Sims 4 speed build.
Yep.
Ben.
I don't know if
that's not from Ben. I know that's not really from Ben.
Dan vs Dan. I don't know how that would be possible.
Yeah.
Dan vs Danta.
What about Danta versus Fanta?
Danta versus Daniel Davidson.
Danta versus Daniel Davidson could be really interesting.
That would be good.
Again, where I never put that sort of upper mid-tier runner. So
Danta Fanta has gone ahead and predicted this would be his favorite group in round 2 would be him, Dan, Tooney, and MTB.
So Amelia, of course, with the shirts referencing the famous moment from the round 1 roundup, said one of you wearing to CrystalFissure and said one of you neck topless to me. So that's a completely wrong quote, but yeah. Discord red mute microphone shirt. yeah,
that's a good one. I like that.
Oh, that's good. Keyford, shout out Keyford. But yeah, guys.
All right, I think it's time. We've finished with round 1. Round 1 is done. It's dead. It's buried. It's cremated.
It's dead.
It's over. Round 1 is over. Get over round 1, guys. It's a finish. But you know what that means though? That means it's very important. My heart is racing. The round 2 draw has been done. Mm-hmm. We know the groups in round 2, and we're going to share that with you guys right now.
Okay, so there's been a bit of size discrepancy here, by the way. Angus is really leaning forward, and the framing is it makes it look like that he's more muscular.
Look, guys,
you know, my ego just can't take that.
There's a. I don't know.
Look at this guy.
There's
no what to say anymore. But guys, yeah, get the shirts. Get around if you haven't watched some classic round one, if this has not been enough of a hype, you know what, people say, hey, round one's dead, right? Round one's over. I want to see the views for round one continue to go up. I want to see people watch some of these classic matches. We'll put them all properly in playlists as well.
Yeah, we'll do the group playlist. But guys, I think now is the time to reveal the round 2 groups.
And are we going to end it on that? We're just going to go off stream when that's done, or
we'll come back.
Okay.
We'll
briefly talk about
it. But yeah,
it will go up officially as its own video for people that have missed it.
So yeah, guys, we will start. We're gonna be doing a classic ISGP fashion. We're gonna count down and we're gonna reveal the round 2 groups. So here we go. In 5, 4, 3.
No. Oh, wait a minute. I fucked up. Keep it.
All right.
Go again.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
ISGP Round 2. Group Nitro. Luke RF 44. MrGamesendy. Ratchet 5, or Andrew Carroll. TooneySA. Group Okada. Dessert Monkey JK. Charm Sky. TOTOzigemm. MediExcalibur 2012. Group Omega. Nintendogen64. Gladiator. CrystalFissure. Muddy Maestro. Group Tanahashi. Daniel Davidson. Danta Fanta. Marcus Terry-Bedford. Liam Death.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Our excitement's already happened like a couple of days ago, but that is that like whole like watching it again.
Yeah.
With that incredible BJW music, by the way, Big Japan Pro Wrestling. Wow. These groups are. I don't care how arrogant it is to say, they're fucking legendary.
They're legendary.
It is legendary.
CrystalFissure versus Nintendogen64.
And that's something that like you couldn't script. Like what the hell? You know,
I mean, there was
fucked, but you know, whatever.
There was like a 33% chance of that happening.
True.
So I mean, it wasn't completely out of the realm of possibility.
That's right, because we have to have everyone represented.
But for me to get both you and my rival Muddy Meister in the same group and Gladiator, honestly,
I'm super excited for that because, and again, like Muddy is a guy that I basically only ever face in like IS Grand Finals. I never have him like one-on-one. Never had him in Spyro before. So
so we've got my group, our group Omega, which is going to be fucking stacked. We've got group Okada, so we've got Desert Monkey, we've got Charm Sky, we've got Toto, and we've got MediExcalibur 2012. That one, oh my god, I cannot even predict that.
No, I've got no idea.
Obviously, group Naito, Luke R44, Ratchet 5, Gamesendy.
I also got a fucking erection. What the fuck? I don't have an erection.
Gamesendy and
no erection.
Tooney.
Tooney.
Oh my god, that group as well.
Yeah.
And then we've got group Tanahashi. So we've got Daniel Davidson, Dan to Fanta.
Yeah.
The race is happening.
Yeah.
Dan vs Dan.
Yeah. Dan vs Dan. Yeah. When they were saying that, I'm like, oh wait a minute.
Yeah. And then we've got Marcus Terry-Bedford and we've got Liam. Another group. Oh my god, these groups.
Yeah.
What? Unbelievable. You guys saw it here first, and
Thanks for everyone by the way tuning in for this long. I know some people have been watching the whole time. We've been going for over an hour and a half.
That's right.
Guys, it can't be done without you. And it's gonna be, that's the thing. These rounds, it's gonna be heartbreaking for people that are eliminated because there's such good competitors, aren't there? There's tremendous competitors.
Now just remember as well, because we have obviously the Classic League as well. So the way round 2 will go is you'll have your top 2 progress to the semi-finals of each group. Your bottom 2 will then go to the Consolation League, and we'll do like another round where 3rd places will play 4th places, and the winners of those matches will play the losers of the 1st and 2nds who went through, and we'll have another 4-way for the for the number 1 contendership to the Classic Speedrunning Championship, and then we'll have the grand final as well. So a lot to look forward to in ISGP. Round 1 is over, CrystalFissure.
Dude, look at this size discrepancy here. You seen this? See, I'm like laying back, and you're like, "Hey, look at me, guys! Look, I'm Angus. I'm huge."
I'm not doing that on purpose.
It's intentional, guys. Don't let him fool you. But no, honestly, classic round as well. Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. So I guess technically, yes, there is a second chance if you are eliminated, right? You have that extra opportunity.
Yeah. Not for the main bracket.
Not for the main bracket, but you know what? Hey, the classic title is important,
and classic title is real.
It is real, just like that triangle. But yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it. So we'll post in a couple of days. We'll post the video again on the channel.
Exhibition races, the proper video and live and in 1080p HD. More ISGP talks. More things planned. Exhibitions, as I said.
Now,
so much is coming.
Now, I think what we'll do.
And then round 2.
Yeah, round 2. We'll sign off. I think we'll play the round 2 video again. We'll end the stream and we'll call it a day. So. Thank you all for watching. We'll give you another shot to watch the round 2 groups in case you missed it. Feel free to print screen it and share it with your friends.
Yeah. Put it on social media. Twitter.com or Instagram.
I expect the wiki to be updated as soon as this video is over.
That's
I expect to go to the wiki and see all the groups in there, Desert Monkey and whoever else.
Thank you so much, guys. Honestly, again.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just thank you everyone in the stream. I'm going to read off. Thanks Cody Dorkson for being here. Thanks Skater.
Thanks to all the people that regularly
Daniel,
comment.
Thanks Ewan. Thanks Danta.
Ewan's here.
Thanks Luca. Thanks Laura. Thanks MTB. Thanks Desert Monkey, Danta,
Jonathan, Sam, Janinja, Azrael, Marcus, Liam,
Meteor Girl is here.
Toto.
Thank you. I'll see you a bit later on Meteor Girl. And Liam and all the others here. Thank you everyone for being part of the live stream. Should we do another live stream at the end of round 2, CrystalFissure?
I think so.
I think so. I think
it probably won't be an hour and a half.
No.
Put it that way, but
we had a lot to talk about this time.
Yeah, so much to talk about. But yeah, can't wait to talk about round 2. Can't wait to... You're going down, buddy.
You're going down.
Oh yeah.
Should we do the classic where we stare at each other and pose? Someone print screen this immediately. Alright, cool. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Round 1 has been a huge success, and we, as I keep saying, we couldn't have done it without you guys. So we're gonna replay the round 2 group video just so you can see that again, and
the merch.
We'll sign off. So thank you all for watching, and as we always say, CrystalFissure, farewell for now, but not forever. Goodbye and good night. Bang. Roll it.
ISGP Round 2. Group Nitro. Luke RF 44. MrGamesendy. Ratchet 5, or Andrew Carroll. TooneySA. Group Okada. Dessert Monkey JK. Charm Sky. TOTOzigemm. MediExcalibur 2012. Group Omega. Nintendogen64. Gladiator. CrystalFissure. Muddy Maestro. Group Tanahashi. Daniel Davidson. Danta Fanta. Marcus Terry-Bedford. Liam Death.